Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Ako po ang magpapakilala sa inyo kung sino nga ba si ACDI. Magbalik tanaw tayo sa kasaysayan ng ACDI. Paano ito nagumpisa at kung ano na ang estado nito sa kasalukuyan bilang isang multipurpose cooperative. Let us start our tour to ACDI's journey. ACDI MPC is an institutional cooperative, and by that, we mean that ACDI is a cooperative of members coming mainly from the armed forces of the Philippines, consisting of active and retired officers and soldiers, reservists, and regular AFP civilian employees. We operate nationwide with our main office located in Taguig City, Metro Manila. The direction we are going to is guided by our vision of becoming the leading cooperative system of diversified services. But to be the leading is not simply to be the best. Rather, this will be measured by how well we fulfill our mission of improving the lives of our members by providing dynamic and integrated services. This is what inspired a group of Air Force pilots who were all graduates of the Philippine Air Force Flying School to establish the ACES Credit Cooperative Development Incorporated on October 20, 1981. Ito ang unang kooperatibang itinatag ng mga Air Force pilots. It was organized by 26 alumni members of the Philippine Air Force Aviation Cadet Alumni Association Incorporated. Their original intent was to create a cooperative that will provide financial services to Philippine Air Force personnel. We started our operations in 1982 in a small shared office space in Nichols Air Base in Pasay City, now known as Colonel Jesus Villamor Air Base, with an initial capital of 200,000 pesos. Our cooperative was born in an era when financial services were controlled by few players, savings and lending associations that operate in the armed forces of the Philippines but were not owned 100% by soldiers. Back then, starting a cooperative in the military requires standing up against much older and bigger players in the AFP lending industry. ACDI's humble beginning was like the story of David and Goliath. Makulay ang kasaysayan ng aming paglago at pag-unlad. But like any other cooperative, we had our own share of ups and downs as we struggled our way towards becoming what we are today. One of our biggest challenges before is just after a year, the operation of our cooperative nearly crashed due to problems in collection. We have learned that our disadvantage back then is in the collection system. At that time, big players in the AFP lending industry were enjoying the automatic payslip deduction scheme. Payment collections were done by directly deducting it from the payslips of the soldiers. But the PAF Finance Center then required us to have at least 500 members to be accredited for this automatic payslip deduction. Our challenge then was how to get the 500 members and the needed capital to do so. We enhanced our management and organization by positioning highly dedicated and competent officers and personnel, headed by our first chairperson, Colonel Godofredo M. Juliano. We leverage on growth strategies that will push our competitive edge. We look into the gaps in the AFP lending industry and use this to our advantage. At that time when ACDI started, many of the Air Force personnel were deployed in different parts of the country. But majority, if not all, of the lending institutions were located in Metro Manila. Many were discouraged to apply for loan at that time because of the tedious process of going to and from Manila. We saw the opportunity in opening offices across the country. In 1983, we opened the Fernando Air Base branch in Lipa, Batangas. We were the first cooperative in the AFP to branch out outside Metro Manila. Since then, we were able to expand to 114 offices from Apari to as far as Tawi-Tawi. Today, We have 30 branches, 58 extension offices, and 26 mobile operations strategically located near military camps and where many of our members are residing. As a positive result of ACDI's growth strategy, ACDI became a millionaire cooperative in 1985 with a reported total assets of more than 1.5 million pesos. At that time, we had more than 800 members and operating in 2 offices in Luzon. In 1991, ACDI was renamed as ACDI Credit Cooperative. This was in compliance with the guidelines on naming cooperatives issued by the then newly created Cooperative Development Authority of the Philippines. It was renamed as a shortened version of ACIS Credit Cooperative Development Incorporated to retain the goodwill the cooperative has made in the past 10 years of operations. A new logo was also adapted that symbolizes a more modern look but still representing the cooperative's Philippine Air Force roots. As a result of a much aggressive operations for the past decade, ACDI became a billionaire cooperative with a reported total assets of more than 1.2 billion pesos, having more than 16,000 members in 10 offices. In 2007, ACDI was renamed as ACDI Savings and Credit Cooperative in compliance with the newly issued guidelines of the CDA on reclassifying credit cooperatives to Savings and Credit Cooperative. A branding program was also launched in conjunction with the renaming of ACDI. A new logo was adapted showcasing ACDI's 4 brand colors, mainly blue, orange, green, and red, which shows ACDI's distinctiveness as a vibrant, dynamic, and fun cooperative. Our intent is to serve the entire armed forces of the Philippines. Our branching strategy provided an infrastructure base to support our membership expansion. From an Air Force cooperative in 1982, we were able to serve more members from the Philippine Navy and Marines in 2006, AFP retirees and pensioners in 2008, the Philippine Army in 2015, and very recently, the Philippine Coast Guard. At ACDI, we follow a strict code on good governance at all levels of the organization. Periodic strategic planning sessions and review are being conducted as essential elements of good governance. Good governance is also reflected on the dynamic organization we continue to strengthen. To effectively support our operational requirements and expansion programs, we invest in capacity building programs to strengthen our organization and internal capabilities. We view our people as a key enabler of our long-term growth. This is the reason why we have been investing in their continuing education and training and in providing the most conducive workplace for their holistic growth and development. And we continue to invest in the modernization of our IT and communication system to be at par with industry standards. In line with this, we are now in the process of completing our core banking system project, which aims to provide real-time and seamless banking transactions to our members. We have also standardized and regularly update our policies and procedures to have in place an effective governance and management system. We are continuously developing manuals of policies and procedures, and regularly conduct integrated and administrative audits across our branches nationwide. As a result of strategies and programs we have executed, we were able to successfully transform ACDI from a startup credit cooperative in the early 80s into a successful multi-purpose cooperative since 2011, the largest cooperative in terms of assets today. We were able to expand into other business ventures, providing various kinds of services to our members and the general public as a whole. We ventured into business lines that address the basic needs and demands of our members, such as education, consumer services, food and agriculture, life, property and health insurance, air transportation and travel services, and construction services. Today, lending and savings remain as our core business, and our products and services include consumption loan, real estate loan, livelihood loan, back-to-back loan, savings deposit, time deposit, share capital contribution, fortune plan for long-term investment, car loan, travel loan, and fly now, pay later loan. We also have our laboratory cooperative composed of members dependents ranging from 7 to 18 years old who used to be Junior Savers Club members to help develop their individual competencies in the fields of personal finance, leadership, and artistic expression. The road we took was never easy, and the journey I have shared made us who we are today. With the strategies and programs we undertook, and guided by the cooperative principles, we were effective in bringing ACDI MPC to where and what it is today. The positive results in our operations were fueled by the growth in our lending and membership portfolios. From the 26 cooperators, we have increased our membership from just one small office in 1982. Our network of offices strategically located near the places of work and residence of our members. More than our operational and financial performance, we take pride of being a multi-awarded cooperative. For the past years, our cooperative has been a recipient of various awards and recognitions from respectable institutions such as Land Bank of the Philippines, Gawad Pitak, and CDA's Gawad Parangal. Just in 2015, our cooperative was recognized by the Cooperative Development Authority as the most outstanding primary cooperative in large category. On September 16, 2016, in Subic, Zambales, we were recognized by the CDA National Capital Region for being number 1 in large category for the excellent performance and valuable contribution to the economic strength of its members and in making the cooperative a relevant socio-economic enterprise. Beyond our organization, we work towards being a partner in building empowered and sustainable communities. We will continue with our programs to help build disaster-resilient communities through our collapse structure search and rescue training, water search and rescue training programs in high-risk disaster-prone areas, in addition, we will help advance sustainable developments in the countryside through various health, educational and outreach programs, livelihood program by providing free trainings for our members, and advocacies for the conservation of the environment. We will step up our commitments to the advancement of the cooperative movement. We have always believed that in order for the co-op movement to grow, individual cooperatives must grow, and if needed, more co-ops must spring out to reach and serve more Filipinos nationwide. That is why part of our advocacies at ACDI is to capacitate small and budding cooperatives to be sustainable in the long run. In 2016, ACDI MPC has already conducted at least 5 training that benefited the officers of small cooperatives in coordination with CDA regional offices, and we are committed to continue this endeavor in the months and years ahead. So how do we see ACDI MPC's future? We will continue to create networks of partner cooperatives under the convergence framework of CDA. We know that we cannot effectively address the multidimensional needs of our members if we do it all alone, nor will the advancement of the cooperative movement be achieved without the cooperation and mutual help among cooperatives. We are aggressively pushing the Convergence Initiative in the sector of co-op banking. We were an original cooperator of the Metro South Cooperative Bank established in 1997 based in Makati, Metro Manila. We are also an investor of the Consolidated Cooperative Bank in Mindanao and Cooperative Bank in Palawan. We have active engagements with the only two insurance cooperatives, Climbs and the Cooperative Insurance System of the Philippines. And we are working towards strengthening the sector by pulling in more investments and scaling up our business tie-ups with our insurance cooperatives. We took a lead role in the creation of the first Co-op Health Management Federation, which became operational in 2015 to make affordable health insurance coverage available to co-op members in the Philippines. And we are also an original cooperator of the CoopTV based in Region 10, Mindanao. We are also taking the Convergence Initiative to promote local tourism. We took the initial step by venturing into the air chartering services through our business unit Leia Score. We have also invested in King Ace's Travel and Tours service for ACDI MPC's travel requirements. ACDI MPC also serve as a primary marketing arm of King Ace's. What we do at ACDI MPC and what we intend to pursue will go beyond what traditional businesses would normally do. We will work to be a successful model of cooperativism in the Philippines and in the region. But to be considered successful is not simply being the best. To be a leading cooperative would require inspiring others to grow the same and be equally successful. As we journey ahead, we will bring in more cooperatives and more people towards a single cause, the growth and development of the co-op movement in the future. Through our synergy, we can achieve more in improving lives, developing sustainable communities, and building a stronger nation for all of us. Thank you and have a good day.
Every day, we pursue the economic upliftment of our members nationwide through insurance. We were born to provide affordable insurance for the many small people in the grassroots countryside, the marginalized poor and the not-so-poor through their cooperatives. We are reaching out to areas which big insurance firms are not inclined to visit. The insurance protection we provide is meant to be manifold in aspects. Climbs Life Insurance, Climbs Non-Life Insurance, Climbs Pre-Need, and more. Through grassroots insurance, we were envisioned to make the financial investments suited to our members' needs and the cooperative movement. We are Climbs Life and General Insurance Cooperative, a composite insurance cooperative owned by over 3,000 cooperatives throughout the Philippines. We are the leading grassroots insurance and has been insuring cooperative members for over 40 years. Climbs started in 1971 through a group of visionary cooperative leaders and prime movers from northern Mindanao. Our ultimate desire is to provide protection to ordinary workers and less fortunate Filipinos by forming a mutual protection services. Since then, we have been making history and pioneering undertakings. We are the first cooperative to establish a mutual benefit association, the first co-op MBA to establish its own insurance company, the first to consolidate an MBA and an insurance company, the Climbs and Class, first co-op composite insurance company offering life and non-life insurance, and the first co-op insurance to establish its own financial literacy institute. Through the years since its inception in 1971, Climbs has literally continued its climbs to the top, from a fledgling experimental association to become a billionaire composite insurance cooperative in the country, serving more than 3,000 cooperatives with more than 3 million members. Today, Climbs Group of Companies has the following assets. Climbs has 2.5 billion pesos in assets. Climbs Equity Fund has 321 million pesos in assets. Co-op Life Insurance and Financial Services Agency or CLIFSA has 95.2 million pesos in assets. Pre-Need has an asset of 69 million pesos. Climbs Institute and Financial Literacy has 21.8 million pesos in assets. Climbs Investment Management and Advisory Corporation has a total of 16.95 million pesos in assets. National Federation of Cooperative Primaries in the Philippines has 6 million pesos in assets. Climbs Group of Companies now has a total assets of 3.03 billion pesos. And true to our commitment to provide comprehensive insurance protection during unexpected events and catastrophe, we provided outright support to our policyholders hit by Typhoon Yolanda. 174 million pesos non-life insurance and 2 million pesos life insurance claims for Typhoon Yolanda victims were paid outright. To date, Climbs Life and General Insurance Cooperative have already paid a total claims of 1.546 billion pesos. For more than 4 decades, Climbs is the leader and pioneer in customizing products for the co-op members and pioneer in establishing Co-op Assurance Centers or CEC nationwide, which was conceptualized in 1998 by our President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Fermin Gonzalez. CEC is a registered trade.
It started as a dream.